Hey guys, it's Erica. Today I'm going to be filming my September wrap-up. I read a good 5 books and 1 graphic novel. Most of them I enjoyed, and one of them not so much, but yeah, let's get on with it. The first book I read in September I was really excited about because I loved the first book that I had just read, which was Eragon, or Eragon, I always say it wrong. I read Eragon, and then I read Eldest by Christopher Paolini. This book was so agonizingly long and took so much of my time to get through. I don't understand why this book had to be so long. I feel as if not much happened. It was just overly descriptive. I didn't really enjoy myself while reading it. I kept getting bored and putting the book down. And for that, I didn't rate this book very well. I don't know if I'm going to continue with the series, to be honest, because I'm really sad about this. And if the rest of the books are like this, then I don't want to, so we'll see. After that, I read Tentacles by Roland Smith. This is the sequel to Cryptid Hunters, which I read not too long ago. That book was amazing. This book was amazing. The first book has to do with cryptozoology, and this one does as well. Now they're searching for the giant squid. It was such a great time. This book was so much fun. It was fast-paced. If you love middle grade, I would definitely pick this up, and I feel the series is so underrated. It's so much fun. The characters, and they all have these great backstories, and they grow so much, and it's so good, and I just want all the rest of the books in the series, which I will be getting very soon. After that, I picked up Curb Check by Zach Fortier. This is a true crime novel, which I've never read before. They kind of intimidate me because of how raw and real they are, as I was told before, and it was completely true. This book was raw, gritty, real, very graphic. It really creeped me out a bit, just in the essence of the things that can happen within the police force. If you want to read true crime, I would definitely recommend this book. I don't know if I'll be picking up any more because I don't know if this is necessarily my taste in books. It probably isn't, but I did enjoy it for what it was. After that, I read The Oversight by Charlie Fletcher. This book, I didn't really have high expectations for it. It exceeded my expectations and went beyond that. It was so fun and magical. This book has to do with magic and circuses and evil people and hands getting chopped off and mystical lands that have mirrors, and that sounds really confusing, I know, but it's so good. I read this and I still don't know completely what this book is about. I'm still very confused, which, you know, they probably did on purpose. Now I'm gonna go buy the second book, but it was so good. And if you love anything fantasy, anything witchy, anything magical, or circuses, pick this one up. And then I read Whistling Past the Graveyard by Susan Crandall. This book is really a coming of age story in my opinion, and also it reminds me so much of The Secret Life of Bees and The Help. This book is about this girl who runs away from home from an abusive grandma to find her long lost mom who wants to go and live with her, and so it's her journey on finding her mom, but you know, she gets in a lot of hiccups along the way and she meets a lot of cool people, and it's really fun. Way more grittier and dark than The Secret Life of Bees if you have read it, or I guess The Help. That being said, I still really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 4 or 5 stars, I can't quite remember. And the last thing that I read was a graphic novel, and that is Saga Volume 5. This book was great. It's Saga. Saga is this epic, crazy story of awesomeness. Regrettably and unfortunately, this happens to be the weakest of the 5 that have been released, and I'm not saying it's bad. It's not bad, it's great. It's just I loved the other ones a little bit more. This one I feel not as much like crazy in your face stuff happened, but it still was really good. It was a really good push into the story of what's going on with these characters. So I really liked it still, and I'm still just as excited for the 6th volume whenever that happens to come out. I don't know when, but I'm really excited. If you love graphic novels, check out Saga. And those are all the books I read in September. Stay tuned for my TBR because it's gonna be a spooky TBR because it's October now, so Halloween. I'm so excited.